What should we play tonight? Maybe a nice relaxing auto battler. Let's see here. Super auto pets? No. TFT? No. Backpack battles? No. The Bazaar? I don't think so. There's nothing to play. You know what? I'll just make my own auto battler. So for the past 3 months, I've been secretly working on a fruit-themed auto battler. And while the game isn't what I would call completely finished, it does pretty much have a complete gameplay loop. So let me show you what I've been working on. The reason why I waited until now to post a video about this game is because I didn't want to start posting videos about another game I've been working on without you guys being able to try it. So as this video goes live, you can go to the Fruit Auto Fighter Steam page and join the playtest. This playtest includes asynchronous multiplayer battles as well as an MMR-based ranking system. Also, while you're there, don't forget to wishlist the game, or else David will be very angry. So first of all, every good auto battler of course needs a randomized team name generator. With this name generator, you can select one random adjective and one noun to create a unique team name. To do this, I've set up this script here containing 2 gigantic lists of nouns and adjectives that I've definitely come up with myself and did not use ChatGPT to generate for me. These 2 lists are then shuffled and assigned to the available buttons in the scene, like so. Now that we've selected a team name, as you can see here, our garden is split up into 2 parts. On the left, I have a shop, and on the right, I have a gardening plot. The shop will randomly instantiate 3 fruits for us to choose from. These fruits all derive from the same game object, but are assigned a specific fruit class when they are spawned in. So each fruit has an ability. These abilities are broken up into 2 parts, a trigger that defines when an ability is used, and a bonus that's applied when this is triggered. These should look somewhat familiar if you've played any games similar to Super Auto Pets before. In the current build, there are a total of 9 possible triggers as you can see here, but I'll probably add a couple more in the upcoming months. So now that we have some fruits in the shop, we can either drag them into our gardening plot to add them to our team, or we can freeze them in the shop so we can buy them next round.
No. Wait.
Now I'm sure you're all wondering how this works. Aside from uploading the player's team as a JSON file, it loops through the shop slots and stores a snapshot of only the frozen fruit.
Each frozen snapshot also stores the shop index so it can be later restored.
Anyways, we can go ahead here and spend some of our seeds to add these fruits to our team. Like I mentioned earlier, when the shop phase ends, a snapshot of the player's team is stored in a database. One of the main reasons I wanted to work on an auto battler was because I've never done any sort of multiplayer development before, so I felt like asynchronous multiplayer was a good place to start. And one piece of that was learning how to set up and store this information in a database, so it was definitely interesting to learn. So once the player's team has been stored in the database for later use, we also check the database for an appropriate enemy team to battle against. This is all controlled via a state machine, so when the battle phase is triggered, a start battle coroutine runs through all the steps required for the battle to begin, including removing the shop fruits from the scene, hiding UI elements, fetching the enemy team snapshot, disabling dragging for fruits, etc. So now that the battle has started, both teams of fruits start attacking each other. Fruit targeting is broken up into 2 different categories, being melee fruits that attack the closest enemy, or ranged fruits that attack either the closest enemy or a random enemy. Combat has gone through many iterations as I've continued to work on the game. It originally used to look like this, where each fruit was locked in its starting position, similar to Super Auto Pets. But I felt like this was slightly boring to watch, so I ended up changing it. Fruits can be upgraded by dragging duplicate fruits on top of one another. When this is done, the combined fruit will take the highest stats from the 2 fruits used in the combination, as well as applying bonus health and attack damage. Combining a fruit twice is required for it to level up. When a fruit levels up, the ability value gets multiplied. The highest level a fruit can be is 3. Additionally, when 2 fruits are combined, the combined fruit will take the lowest rot value of the 2 fruits. But what is rot? Well, now we're getting into what makes this auto battler a little different. Every turn, each fruit on your team gains a stack of rot. When a fruit reaches 4 stacks of rot, it becomes a rotten fruit, reducing its damage and health significantly. This forces players to constantly adapt their teams, swapping fruits in and out. For example, let's say a player has a level 3 fruit that's very strong and is carrying the rest of their team. At most, the player will only be able to keep that fruit for 4 turns, and then they will need to pivot to some other strategy to win their rounds. Right now, you can only compost your rotten fruits for seeds, but in the next version, I'm planning on adding a specific currency that will be generated when you compost a rotten fruit. But I'll let you guys know about that probably in the next devlog. Also, fruits are broken into 5 types: berries, tropical, melons, citrus, and simple fruits. This playtest build has around 20-ish unique fruits, I think. There are some synergies between the fruits, but I'm not going to go into detail about what those synergies are, or talk about each fruit's specific ability, because I think it would be more fun to find that out for yourself. Additionally, the balancing isn't perfect right now. After all, this is a playtest, so just beware of that. And if you remember back to the start of this video, I mentioned that there is a basic MMR system in place, so depending on how many rounds you win or lose during a match, your Gardener rank will be adjusted. Of course, the people who make it to the top of the MMR ladder will receive my eternal love and affection, so just keep that in mind. At this point, you must be at least somewhat interested in the game, I hope, so if you haven't already, head over to the Steam page, give the playtest a try, and add Fruit Auto Fighters to your wishlist. If you've been subscribed to this channel for a long time, you might be wondering what the current status of Dungeon Croaker is. To be completely honest, I've decided to put that project on hold for now. The scope grew a lot larger than I had originally planned, and over time I ended up burning myself out, which is also why I haven't really uploaded anything for over a year at this point. I know that might be disappointing if you were looking forward to a full release, and I'm sorry about that. For the time being, though, my focus will be on Fruit Auto Fighters, and that's where I'm putting my energy moving forwards.